turning 250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
Tony, welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
My hair
What?
spray.
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Round one.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knock 'em Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking 'em dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knock 'em Dead Comedy Radio.
I just want to say thanks for making my millennium. Oh my gosh, wow. It's a love fest.
Yeah, you heard that story.
Yeah.
So I guess should I tell it again?
Oh yeah, if you want. I mean, yeah.
You guys are into comedy. Does it really help when somebody gives the punchline?
Let's give a big shout out to Tony Walker.
Tony Walker, who's a friend of mine.
Tony Walker!
Tony Walker! Tony Walker, everybody. Stand up, Tony. Where are you? Tony Walker! Thank you so much, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Walker. Our favorite. We love you.
Okay, we are set. We are ready to go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate it. And, of course, much appreciated. We ask that you keep on doing it. And we ask, no matter where you're watching from, whether it's YouTube or Facebook, we ask that you share the link on all your socials. Tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, including this one. And if you're watching on Facebook, but you'd like to participate in today's show, you'd like to hear your comments read, like to hear your name said, maybe you have, a question for our guests, please head on over to the YouTube feed, because that is where we're monitoring the comments. We monitor the comments on YouTube, and we read them, and we hang out with you guys and chat with you and have a great time. The Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show, we're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. And we got some legends here with us today, baby. We got Frank is here.
Hello, good morning.
There he is. What is it, Felix Unger Day?
Yes, it is.
How many years?
I think it came out in 70, if I remember right.
No, it came out early. Well, the original. You're talking about the TV show?
The TV show, yeah. Being that I have Tony Randall on there.
Oh, well, yeah, because the play is earlier than that. Right. And joining us today, ladies and gentlemen, musician Lisa Itts. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, Lisa Itts. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right, thanks. Just bear with me a second. I'm going on YouTube. I just want to make sure we can hear everybody. All right. It's on a delay, so bear with me a second. So here I am saying hi to Lisa. Lisa Itts. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, Lisa Itts. How are you? So, okay. I heard Lisa say good. How are you? All right. I just wanted to double check because you never know. Okay. Lisa Itts, who, by the way, is playing at the Whispering Oaks Vineyard tonight.
Yeah.
That is correct. So,
Nice.
So where is the Whispering Oaks Vineyard?
It's in Sunbury, Pennsylvania.
Sunbury? Is that what you said?
Berry.
Sunbury. Oh, Sunbury.
Yeah.
That's a very Pennsylvania name right there. Sunbury.
There's a lot of vills and berries and things like that.
Yeah, it's like hippie-ish sounding when, we don't have that here on Long Island. No.
Well, you have Westbury, and it's spelled the same way.
Yeah, but it's
not the same place. Trust me, it's not.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of that. But it's, Sunbury. It makes it sound happy and bright. Westbury is like, you travel that way. Go west.
Right.
Yeah, and we have, places like Hicksville and Levittown and Ridge. Like, it's not sunny. Not Sunbury. But... So, all right, and that's tonight. So if anybody's in the Sunbury area of Pennsylvania, where are we talking, Lisa? Is that, are we near Philly, Pittsburgh?
Oh, it's central Pennsylvania. It's pretty central and a little bit north. That's basically where it is. It's near, there's a university, Bloomsburg University. It's about a half hour from Bucknell University.
Okay.
So those are some names that people might know.
Yes, I've definitely heard those. So central, okay, which is not bad, because if I'm traveling on Route 80 through Pennsylvania, I'm ready to fall asleep, man.
Well, you're going to hit my house at some point right there.
So,
yeah.
All right, well, I'll get out of the way. I won't hit the house.
All right.
But, all right, so, Route 80, okay. I used to have family in Ohio, so I used to drive through Pennsylvania.
My father from Ohio. Where in Ohio?
Warren and Youngstown.
Did you say Youngstown?
I did say Youngstown.
I'm going to interview you now because I need to know all about that. But we could talk about that later.
Okay.
But yes, my father is from Youngstown, Ohio.
No kidding.
I know, it's a small world now.
That is a small world. Although Youngstown seems to be, I would say outside of Cincinnati and Cleveland, it just seems to be a popular town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's funny. Okay. Maybe I met your dad and pissed him off at one point. I don't know. All right. So we're hanging out. What's that?
I love that Frank is on the cover of my CD right now.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Soul Star? Is that what that says?
Yeah, that was the name of my band, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Featuring Lisa. Is that why it's not a band anymore? Because you were like, my name's in the spotlight. Damn it.
No. They actually want to do a reunion, and we keep talking about it, but it doesn't happen. So we hopefully this summer we will actually do it. Frank has to find us a really good original venue that we can play at. Maybe we could coordinate it with Randy Jackson because we used to open for Zebra a lot.
No kidding, really?
Nice.
Yeah, we're friendly. We have to maybe we can make that happen where we can open for them.
Yeah, that would be kind of
like a
cool.
reunion opening show.
Wow, you opened. Well, all right. Well, that was kind of one of the things I had on my list to talk about because you seem to cover a few different kind of genres. Like you play acoustically by yourself where it's kind of folky. I've seen you kick ass singing "Piece of My Heart," and now. And I'm assuming if you're opening up for Zebra, I'm assuming that's got to be heavy rockish, or
Yeah. Well, if you listen to Soul Star, like I call it groove rock. That's really like what I call the style.
I like that. I like that.
It's kind of like remember the band Live?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so it's a little bit like that. A little bit like you remember Michelle Branch?
Yes.
Oh yes.
On the poppy side, it's a little more like her. But it's very edgy, little alternative, but very melodic. So it's kind of like hopefully it's a little bit of its own thing, like
sure.
If you mix up enough things, it's kind of its own thing,
Right. And is that the how many albums do you have? Forgive me for not knowing that.
That's okay. The first one we did was like a kind of like a raw demo-ish kind of album. That was Nature of the Soul, and everything is always spelled S-O-L because in Spanish, soul is sun, and we just thought it was a cool way to spell it.
Oh.
So it's Nature of the Soul was first. It's like kind of a raw kind of recording. Some of it's live, some of it's recorded, some of it's acoustic, some of it's with live musicians. The second one was Soul Star, which was with the band. So that's like actually, you know who Skylar Deal from Primo, remember Frank? He played with Billy Joel and Michael Bolton and stuff. He played bass on a lot of the tracks and helped. He engineered that record, so we worked together a little bit on that. And then the last one it was like a group of songs that felt like they didn't belong on the other records. It was I wanted to just do a record that highlighted each song and as many instruments or as little as I felt each song needed is what I did. So it came out like this eclectic sort of vibey, just whatever it was kind of record. Not a ton of instruments, it was just kind of a little scale. Bless you, little scaled down.
Bless you.
My kid sneezed. You got to do what you got to do.
Why aren't they in school today?
Oh, she is. She's on cyber school.
Oh.
Living her best life.
Wow. All right, that's impressive. So what you're describing about the album, if I may be so bold, it's very, what you're saying is almost how I would describe Zeppelin.
Right. I agree with that. That where they just did what they did, and some stuff was really heavy, and other stuff was really acoustic, and yeah, similar.
So you're all right with being compared to Zeppelin?
I mean, listen, you know what I'm saying? You said it, Tony, not me.
How did you How did you end up down there in Sunbury?
Okay, so I moved to Pennsylvania because it was just my father and myself and my daughter, and I have a cousin here who's like a sister to me. So most of my mom's side of the family that's not from Ohio that I actually know, who's from Brooklyn, lives in Pennsylvania now. So we sort of migrated to where they were so we could have our little small family together. And that's kind of how I ended up in Pennsylvania.
Because you're originally Long Island, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I moved to Long Island when I was 7 from Hazlitt, New Jersey, which is about that big. I still keep in touch with some of those little Hazlitt people on Facebook. I love that. And a couple of them are musicians, actually, also who play all over the place. So that's been fun to, like, grow up sort of near someone and then realize they end up touring or doing something similar to you. And then when I was like 7, I moved to Woodmere and then was there till I was like 21. And then we all moved to Long Beach. My brother moved to Long Beach first, and then my parents, and we all sort of stayed in that area. And unfortunately, my mom and brother both passed away in my 20s.
Oh, very
so
sorry.
My father and I got a house in Lido together, and we lived together ever since. And he moved here with us, but he's since passed. So, but it was a good move. It was a good move.
All right, that actually explains to me, because I do something with all the guests that come on. I look at their Facebook and I put down some mutual friends that we have.
He was stalking me, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. Yeah, ignore the light in the bathroom. And I found some people that live in Long Beach that we both know. So that explains it. And is that how you met Skylar Deal? Because isn't he from like Oceanside or Long Beach or something?
Skylar Dean Brown, who, God rest his soul, I miss Dean so much. He passed from a very rare kind of cancer a few years ago. And it was pretty devastating to like everybody, really anyone who knew him. He was just the nicest, most humble, most talented person in the world. But he and Skylar and Bernard Soto, who was an incredible, he used to write with Primo. They all were in a band together. It was like a progressive jazz fusion rock band, with Latin influence because of Bernard. He played percussion, but yeah, that's how I know Skylar, from seeing them. And I've sung with Dean a few times. Like, he used to do shows on the beach and stuff, and I've sung with him a few times, and we've collaborated a few things. But yeah, that's how I met Skylar originally, from the Primo days, as we say, at Carol's Place, and which turned into the C Note Cafe. That was like, do you remember Carol's Place from Island Park? Frank, you have to remember that.
Not offhand, I'm not sure.
So there was an original music venue that I used to do poetry readings out of there, like host an open mic night out of there. But some of the best musicians on Long Island used to play there, and Carol and Anthony were the owners. First it was Carol because it was her place, and then Anthony was her son, and he took over for a number of years when Carol got older. But it was a very supportive place for original music. It was great.
Yeah, which that whole area down there, Island Park, Oceanside, Lido, Long Beach, that's it's almost like New York City-ish. It's like a melting pot. There's so many different cultures and different things going on, and including the music scene. You could.
Yeah, it's a very creative space. That Arts in the Plaza that they have in Long Beach is like the haven for musicians, artists. They feature music when they have Arts in the Plaza, so there's actually live music playing when they have all the vendors out and stuff. It's great. And you can go. Down there in the state streets, there's a bar in every corner, so you can hear all kinds of different music. I remember there was a little luncheonette that on Monday nights they'd have a blues night, which I absolutely loved. I think one night I saw like 3 or 4 harmonica players at the same time doing it. It was crazy. But when you see that, very often.
Right, exactly.
That's like a harmonica convention,
Yeah, which I actually did in here once. I had 3 harmonica players, but one of them didn't really want to play, so I had to throw them out. But
Very just so you know, Frank, you'll agree this is very unusual for a harmonica player not to want to play.
Yeah, true.
Right. Yeah, because you figure that they don't, they probably don't get a lot of opportunities, especially in a local scene.
Right.
Yeah. What's the music scene down there? I mean, I'm still confused how you move from a fun place like Lido and you go to.
Well, it's also about a quarter of the price, and you can record, you can have a life, you can not pay. I mean, you can ask me what my taxes were. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but there's about $1,800 a year.
All right. See, 1,800 a year is great, and I'm happy for you.
You want to move here, Tony? You can.
Yeah, you got room for me?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got room. We'll make room.
Is she hitting on me? What's going on?
What kind of accommodations do you need? Oh, it's a separate room.
Oh, damn it! Oh, forget it. What kind of accommodations? I need a McDonald's nearby.
I have one. We have that.
I need a good music scene. Do you have a good music scene over there?
We do. I am busier here than I was at home, and I was
really
busier. Yes, I was busy there, but I have to say they pay just as well or better. They seem to be a lot more appreciative of the music scene here as far as the owners of the establishment.
Okay.
You get a lot less of the arrogant, clubby owner kind of people, which I enjoy. And there are good and bad everywhere, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, it's I would say the bands on Long Island are better than here, than we're at this particular location. But there's a lot of there's casinos not too far from here. Mohegan Sun is not far. That's in Wilkes-Barre. It's like 45 minutes. Right. And then Hollywood Casino. So those places have bands from I would say the tri-state area, or as far as maybe Delaware or Maryland or whatever, that go to those places, and they're very good. So I think they get those people here because we're not too far from the eastern seaboard. Atlantic City will get the same people from here, from New York, from Jersey, that kind of thing.
Do you have baseball over there?
Hello, do you know where I didn't even mention this. I should have used this as a landmark with your shirt. The Little League Hall of Fame is 40 minutes from me. And when I first moved here, the Little League Hall of Fame was 10 minutes from where I lived originally, but we moved again one time. So
there's a lot of moving in your life.
Well, yeah, it has been a lot of moving, but I'm enjoying myself. So the Little League Hall of Fame is in Williamsport, PA, which you must know.
The Little League World Series, baby.
Did you watch it?
Come on.
Okay. Well, then I was right here. I have friends who are here now who usher there from a million years. I have two friends who are a huge part of it. One of our mutual friends, he is a coach for the Pennsylvania team. His name is Chris Long. Yeah, he coaches them. So
wow.
Yeah, it's really fun to be a part of that whole thing. He comes back and gives us all the dirt. It's fun.
Yeah, and that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I would love to. All right.
Tony, if you want some tickets next year, let me know.
Really?
Really?
You and me are going to be best friends. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be freaking incredible.
You got to bring Frank, though.
What's that?
You got to bring Frank.
Frank falls asleep at baseball games.
I do?
You don't remember that? We went to a Met game once, and you fell asleep. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
And he was sleeping. He doesn't remember.
Yeah, right.
Right. Wow, what a great game. Yeah, because he only saw half of it. I'm actually writing that down. Little League World Series tickets. Frank, would you want to go to that?
We can work it out, sure.
Oh, all right. Then there you go. Then we'll come. I was just surprised. I didn't think you'd want to do that. Wow, that and it's funny you talk about the club owners, because I've noticed that too in other places, and actually England. I have one of my close friends is in England. The theaters, even on a more on a more professional level, but the theaters are more artist friendly. You know, because here, I know some of the big clubs, the big theaters. You know, they take, you know, the percentage, you know, is way off balance, man.
Right.
But in England, it's the artist actually gets more, you know, than the venue, which shocked me when I was, you know, hearing all this. But and it's kind of sad. But and then one thing over here, I don't know if you noticed it before you moved or not, but and I ask a lot of musicians this, because Long Island has become the tribute band mecca. You know, in my opinion, this is the place for tribute bands. So and which I have no problem with it. I enjoy the tribute bands, but I'm also a fan of original music too, and so I don't like how it's kind of knocked the original bands out. It's given them less places.
Yeah, Long Island. My experience with original music is it's very, very difficult to. It's also a very busy place.
Yeah,
I find that places that are very busy and you know, pressed for time and a little trafficky, and they don't have the attention span really to sit and listen to original music. Whereas if you go to a place where their social life is really like to go to see a show, to go to a movie, to go to this, because a lot of people are living more rurally.
Yeah.
So they look forward to going to see, they'll travel 45 minutes or an hour to go see a comedy show. And that's their whole night, and it's really fun, and they make a whole thing. Or they'll go travel or pay to go. There's a local place called Spyglass, is it? I saw Pat Benatar recently there, and they're unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
and
she's still great.
I also saw, you know who I saw too recently? 38 Special. Those guys are in their 70s.
Yep.
And, you know, he has a range. Like I think they were like 85% of what they were, which to me is totally worth seeing.
Sure.
But things like that, I'm noticing more and more that you're seeing a lot older musicians as you get older that you love and want to see the real band, not like a tribute necessarily.
Yeah.
And if they're just as good, you know, go see the original, you know, lineup if you can.
Oh, yeah. I just heard, 38 Special, I guess that's why they're out there, because they have some new music out. And actually, yeah, it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. But there is a scene there for the original stuff?
Yeah, there are some more places where they will give the opportunity to like open a show. There's a few theaters. I'm actually in touch with one of them that I'm trying to get an original acoustic feature open.
Nice.
At like a show that's where they don't bring their own opener. Like someone like Pat Benatar will probably bring their own opener.
Right.
But there are other bands that they have at more local theaters that'll seat like 1,500 to 3,000, and
wow.
They're more willing to give someone local an opportunity to open a show for like a half hour or 45 minutes and do like an acoustic set, which is, I've been so busy gigging and teaching and like recording that I haven't had a chance to like pursue that as much as I would like to, but that's probably like one of my next moves after I finish this. I'm recording something like a hip hop track actually right now.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's hip hop along the lines of you know, you guys know who Tate McRae is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So it's more along the lines of that style of hip hop, more pop hip hop than it is like, you know, it's not like rap or hip hop, not like that kind of stuff. So, so I've had a track that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I was recording with a guy here that just got so busy touring, honestly, that he doesn't have time. So I was going to record, you guys know Peter, right? Cooper Schmidt?
Yep, I know the name.
Okay. Right. So he does all the sound for Randy. Him and Randy are really good friends. So if you've seen a Zebra show or a Randy Jackson show, you'll see Peter. Peter and Kim also perform locally a lot in Long Beach and the whole Nassau and Suffolk County. And they're really good too. I've done some recording with Peter as well, and but he might also be too busy. So I'm actually I'm in the middle of just doing it on my own for the most part. I'm going to do like an AI type of thing, and then I'm going to record the actual track once I get all the sounds that I want, and just do that. It'll be done soon. And then I have a video. I'm going to do a video for that as well. I think you saw the butterfly video that I did.
That's on my list of things to talk about.
Right. So this will be the next thing, which will be totally different than that.
So yeah, we'll get to Butterfly. First off, so what do you have? You have your own studio, or I guess you really don't need studios
No.
so much. But
Yeah. I'll give you a quick little funny story. Is
Okay.
that my friend Steve Book, who's also an amazing musician, used to play in my band, guitar player. He does a lot of stuff on YouTube also. I'll give you a plug, Steve. His last name is spelled Booke. Steve Book. So he, his first studio was in his bathroom with a 4-track machine. So he used to call it Porcelain God Studios. That was the name of the.
That's
I
funny.
just thought that.
That's great.
That's good.
So yeah, you don't need a lot. We have plenty of equipment and things. Like if I wanted to record from here, we could do it.
And then what's so whether you're trying to get into a theater or if you have any kind of gig, is recording the music and putting it making an album, is that still the best way to get your music out there? Because that's what I was thinking. You said you're trying to get into you want to get into the theater that holds 3,000. I would think to get the music recorded first, because then you can perform. If people like it, then okay, everybody, after this song I'm done, but you can catch me in the lobby. I'll be selling my merch. Like, is that still the best way to get your music out?
Yeah, I mean, original music, yes. If you can get a slot like that, that's the best exposure really that you can get, because the social media sites and everything, they're so saturated with people that even if you do a platform, which I looked into, like DistroKid is one of the ones, where they distribute your music but they're distributing 4 zillion people's music. I don't know how you're getting higher or whatever. Basically, what I did when I first got here, which was the plan of part of moving here, was to connect with about 250 people that I made a list. It took me like 6 months, it was during COVID when we moved, so I did have extra time. And I just compiled a list of all the people that I've met throughout the years that I've never asked a favor for, and asked a favor and said, I would like to, I'm producing 4 of the tracks. One of them was Butterfly. I have 3 other tracks. I wanted to get them down to Nashville for like an up and coming artist to possibly pick up. Now, Nashville is a very, very tight knit scene. They don't like anyone north of the Donna Dixon line.
Come on, really? I've never heard that.
It's a Family Guy reference, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to get there. Actually, Randy was going to help me with somebody, but the guy that the guy that you got that right, Tony?
It just hit me what you said. I am such an idiot.
No, you're not. It's just he's just so controlling that.
Sorry.
You got to just follow along.
I was still just hung up on the whole. Nashville is it's hard to get in because I've never heard that, so I was stuck on that. But
yeah,
sorry.
So Randy knew somebody that he was going to actually connect me with, because Randy is the most down to earth guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And the guy that he knew passed away from pancreatic cancer in the hospital. Like literally, when he tried to contact him, it was like a couple of months, and so that was the one major connection that I think I would have had. I'm not giving up on that idea as well. Just so even my daughter knows, you can promote something, you can pay to boost things on Facebook and pay to boost them on YouTube, but now they have these bots where they'll respond and answer, but it's not actual people.
Right.
That's not even the way to go to not necessarily waste your money on promoting just by clicking a button or whatever. When the track that I'm doing now is going to be much more TikTok friendly, and I'm going to try to make it in a way. I'll give you an example. There's a guy on TikTok. All he does is say these ridiculous sayings and filthy words and things and whatever he does. And once the kids see one little click and they see him say something or look weird, it attracts their attention.
Right.
And then they hear all these songs from 1984 or 1972, and they're like, "Oh, Mom, check this song out." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't know that song." Yeah, of course I know that song.
Right.
So I knew that song about 30 years before you were born. So, but that's how the attention is being sought right now. And if it's a good track, you will get, it could just blow up in 2 seconds. So you have to go along with how the attention is being gotten on whatever social media sites you're using, and you just need to know. Go ask a 14-year-old if you want to promote your music. Go ask them.
No,
They'll tell you.
yeah, and I'm old, so I don't, so my views are different, but it just kills me. It kills me how you have to have something within 10 seconds, or they like the attention span is that short.
The whole
Makes me nuts.
streaming platform thing feeds the instant gratification, no attention span kind of thing. So you want your song could be amazing, but if you want it to get heard, like I think Butterfly is a very across the board. It's won a lot of different accolades and things like that. And so other people in the industry recognize it as a good song, and I'm very grateful, and that's wonderful. But all I can do is hang it up, like hang a plaque up behind me. Like it's not going to really gain me money from my craft, which is what I would really like to do, and for people, as many people as I can get to share it with and say, I love that song. I love the words. I love the way it makes me feel. That's what musicians who write music really want.
Right.
So, in order to get that out, like I still think it's people. You have to try to find people who will find a way to get it to people who can help you, who love the song too, who see the potential in the song. That's really, and it's almost like a full-time job. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's totally a full-time job.
You can only do what you can do if you have to do other things.
Right. I mean, I often say when I have, musical guests in here, because I'm in the comedy world. I mean, we're here at Governor's, and I find a lot of similarities in the life, we're all just entertainers. So, and it's the same thing on the comedy end. It's not about writing a good joke and a good set and then honing it so you can, present it well on stage. You have to have this whole business sense now too, so you can, go on TikTok, know when to post on TikTok, and figure out the algorithms and this demographic and this one and that, and figure that out. It's ridiculous.
If someone else is doing it for you, if they know what they're doing, that is going to cost you quite a bit of money also.
Exactly.
And at least if someone who knows what to do is doing it, I think the chances of them actually reaching people is greater than if you try to just click the button and boost it and pay the money.
Right.
I don't think that necessarily will really get you what you want as far as exposure to people actually listening to it. Because I think a listen on most social media sites is like, I think 30 seconds, maybe even less. I'm not sure. So it's not considered that they watched it until it's a certain amount of time.
Correct. Yes.
And most people don't have that. I don't know. I think they have the time because they just sit on their phones all day, but they're,
And that's exactly what makes me nuts. The attention span is so short, they'll swipe, but they do that for a half hour. Like, just watch a half-hour show.
Hey, you could listen to a whole album by then.
Right. A Beatle album was, the Beatles' original album was only 30 minutes long, for crying out loud.
Right.
It makes me nuts. All right. So, So you keep on mentioning Butterfly. So let's get to that, and then, we'll talk about Butterfly, and then you were nice enough to record some of your, some performances exclusively for this show, I believe. Right? That's what they. Yeah, that's awesome. So I want to start playing those as well. So all right, and Butterfly is not one of them, but
because Butterfly is so available for people to see. I've recorded it live a lot of times. I've put it up on YouTube. I have the video. I have the recordings on all of my records. Like, it's different versions of Butterfly on every record. So I thought that was kind of cool to see how it evolved a little bit, and what you could do with a song when it's melodic. And if it's a good song, you can produce it almost any way you want, and it will sound good. That's what usually to me, that's the mark of a good song. Like when you see professional artists do different versions of their own songs, and they're different every time, and people want to own like the acoustic version and the rock version and the produced version, because they're all different and they all offer something different. So if you can do that with one of your own songs, I think it's a good thing to do.
That's cool. Yeah, and well said. And that actually answers one of my questions, because we're gonna, after we talk about Butterfly, we're gonna show you doing "I Shot the Sheriff," which is just that. It's a take on that song that I've never heard a version like this before. In my head, never even thought like, oh, you know, like, oh, I wonder how that would sound, like a folk.
Just so you know, that is one of my favorite reasons to play. People are like, oh, do you mind playing covers? I'm like, no, no, no. Or what I do when I go to gigs, I have my dad was so cute. He's my biggest fan. He used to call it a song menu. I was like, Dad, you can't call it that. It's just a song list, Dad. You know, he's like, no, you gotta call it a song menu. I'm like, okay. Well, for today, we'll call it for him my song menu. It's just like, it's like over 100 songs on a laminated list, and I put them on the bar and on the tables, and people love it because they'll stay for an extra drink. They like to, you know, if you ever go up to an artist who's playing and you say, oh, do you know whatever, you know, and they're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't know that song. So that never happens when I play, because people have all these songs from every decade, you know, including the 40s, you know, to request. So it makes them happy to know that whatever they want on that list, I'll play. And it makes me happy because I try to play the songs and honor the song because of the reason I like it. That's why I put it on the list, because I already like it. It's an original it's in its original version.
Yeah.
But I also like, when I feel something as a songwriter, I like to change it to the way that I would sing the song to some degree. So I still keep the essence of the song, but I put my heart and my own take on the song. And that's kind of why I chose the songs that I did for the podcast, because I feel like those songs are not really out there so much. And I don't really think they're even on YouTube, either one of those songs.
Oh, okay,
so,
cool. Wow.
So that's for you guys and whoever's watching.
Nice. And it's appreciated. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
But what, so is it just that it's just, you know, songs that you love, that you feel like what makes you like, you know, how do you listen to a song? Does it just come to you like, oh, I like to try it this way? Or are you actively picking out, I love this song, I'm not coming out across well. Like what makes you decide to change a song up, or how do you pick the songs that you're going to change up?
I don't. I know exactly how they go on the record, like on whoever wrote them. So on the radio, whatever. And sometimes, like, it's the same thing as writing songs. Like, I don't think I've ever written a song before midnight or after 6 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of times I dream melodies, and I wake up and I sing them into my phone, or I will get a line, like I'll be like, da 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 da, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then, or if I'm tuning my guitar sometimes, or changing my strings, and then I start doing whatever, and I just play some chords, and I'm like, oh, I like that, you know, whatever. And that's how I write. So it's the same kind of process, I think, with other people's songs. I hear them the way I hear them, and they hear them the way they wrote them, and I try to infuse a little bit of what I feel I would have changed a little bit about the song. And like both versions. I like their version, that's why I chose it. Course, and I like my version because that's kind of how I feel it. You know, that's basically the whole thing. So I get exactly what you're asking me.
Right. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad you did, because I didn't. And I like how you say, you know, after midnight, before 6 a.m. when you wake up, you don't fool me. You're living a rock and roll lifestyle. You're up at that time.
Rock and roller.
All right. So yeah, we're talking all about it. I want to play a video of you doing a cover, but like I said, we promised that we talk more about Butterfly. We started and we kind of got off of it, but so Butterfly, for those of you who haven't heard it yet, go check it out. The video is up on YouTube. The song is powerful, the video is powerful and well done. So give me the whole background, like why you wrote it. Hopefully, you know, it's not from experience or anything like that, but like,
not really. No,
okay,
I mean, Butterfly is a song about. I say it's about, when I announce it, if I sing it live, I say I basically keep it simple. I like people to interpret my lyrics the way that they interpret them. So I try not to give the song too much of a meaning from myself. If you listen to all of my music or read any of the lyrics, they are clear enough where you kind of get the idea of what's going on, but they're also kind of vague enough where if you want to interpret it a certain way and apply it to your life that way or your experience, you can. So it kind of gives the person who's listening the freedom to like feel it the way they feel it or experience it the way they experience it and apply it to their lives if it inspires them in some way through a difficult situation. It's, you know, most of the stuff that I wrote is it starts out like with whatever painful experience might be and then ends up with some kind of inspiration toward the end, or it's suggestive of change.
Right.
That so people feel a little inspired. They don't feel like it's like this hopeless, depressing song, you know, which is the way I live my life most of the time really is, you know, whatever I go through or whatever, I try to work on things so that I can get better. You know,
Sure.
I can be better for myself and for other people. And the music kind of reflects that. And if you look at some of the stuff from a long time ago, as opposed to now, there is a little evolution in that way too, I think, with the lyrics and the music. So,
All right, but having said that, the video to Butterfly, you know, is, you know,
Yeah.
one particular topic.
right. I personally felt like because of the lyrics and everything, I could have chosen any subject sort of
Sure. Yeah.
for the video, but I thought about it and I was like, what could be most impactful and who would I want to help with this video if I could? And what I did was I just chose the topic of like kind of older teen, younger adult, like kind of domestic boyfriend abuse. You know, I think a lot of girls are very quiet about what goes on, and probably boys too, like where, you know, they kind of, my daughter has friends who are like that even at 14, who the boyfriend controls everything they do, but they don't tell anybody.
Right.
And I put it up actually after it came out. I also targeted a lot of the domestic violence Facebook pages, and a lot of people responded and were very grateful for the subject because there are like movies about it, but it's mostly adults, like older adults. And
Right.
I think this sort of, it's almost like expected a lot of times at this age, like this teen age where like the boys kind of get away with it more because teenage girls tend to tell their parents less. You know, maybe they'll tell their friends or whatever a little bit, and the friends try to help them, but they, you know, and a lot of times, I mean, I feel like from what I'm seeing, a lot of girls, once they get like intimate with a guy, they get very emotionally attached and they won't tell anybody what's going on.
Right.
They feel like they have to stay because they did that, whatever
Right.
that is.
Right.
So I just feel like that it was a really powerful and sort of hit home kind of subject that I just felt like it would help people of that age if they saw it. And there's a lot of kids who like that style of music, that crossover. It's like country, to me, it's like country, rock, and pop mixed together, this particular production of the song.
Right.
So I chose a setting and that I thought that kids who would really like that kind of music or young adults would relate to. We did it in sort of a rural / suburban setting, you know, on purpose.
And yeah, the video is well done. You know, like quality wise too. You know, and
I have to give credit to my videographer, who just won an award, by the way, for like best videographer of the year in the area. His name is Eyal. I have to spell it right. You know, I have to look it up. Beak is the last name. I don't know, but yeah, I'd like to, if you can find that, Frank, maybe, and just text it to me. First name is spelled Eyal, and it's on my page as well. So I just want to give him props because he was pretty incredible. It's my first video, like really professional video. And I'm going to be doing the next video, which is, like I said, completely different.
Right.
I have a concept in my head. I woke up with that one too in the middle of the night, like exactly what I want to do.
And he won awards for that video, or for something
No, for his general ability to be an amazing videographer.
Oh, okay.
He is amazing.
And I feel everything you're saying, you guys hit it in that video. A lot of girls, they, especially the young girls, they some of them feel like that's the norm, to be treated that way. Some of them are just scared, because they're afraid they'll get hurt or something if they do
and
leave.
They come from a home like that too,
right?
So that could be normal for them, and they just find someone, but there's a way out.
Yeah. Go to Lisa Itts. Just type in her name and you'll find it on YouTube, and the video's right there. Great tune. It's called Butterfly, and a very powerful video. All right. So with that, I am going to play the first of 3 videos that you were nice enough to send. Now, let me ask you, and it's totally up to you. Am I playing all 3 now, or am I able to spread this out throughout the show?
Whatever you'd like to do is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to play the first one, and then we'll come back. So I'm going to play this. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to read some comments, and we'll continue talking. I just want to let you and Frank know, just like before, if you guys start talking, it'll be picked up. So you could probably here on they have that option on Zoom where you could message each other, or if you just want to text or not say anything to each other. All right, we're going to play this video first, and then we'll be back with Lisa Itts.
Hi, Frank. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. All around in my hometown, they trying to track me down. They say they want to bring me in guilty now for the killing of a deputy, for the lying of a deputy. But I say I shot the sheriff, but I swear it wasn't self-defense. I shot the sheriff, and they say it was a capital offense. Sheriff John Brown always hated me for what I don't know. And every time that I plan to see, he said, "Get it before it grows." He said, "Get it before it grows." But I say, I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Freedom came my way one day as I started out of town. Then all of a sudden I see Sheriff John Brown aiming to shoot me down. So I shot him down. But I say, 'cause It was I who shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Reflexes got the better of me, and what is to be must be. And every day the bucket goes to well, but one day the bottom will drop out. Just one day the bottom will drop out. I say I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. I shot the sheriff, but I swear it was in self-defense. I shot the sheriff, and they say it was a capital offense.
Very nice. That was fantastic. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. Yeah, I'm a big, well, I know it's not an original tune by Clapton, but I'm a big Clapton guy, so that's a great tune, and that was well done. Lisa Itts, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
The comments are coming in. John in Florida says, great, Lisa, beautiful rendition. Now, we have one viewer, Ann from California. She commented twice. She loved it so much. Loving it, Lisa, great song. And then she says, towards the end of the song, she wrote, Lisa, exclamation point. Lisa, you do this so well. Does it have a special meaning to you? You're singing from the heart, she says.
Thank you.
Always. Does that song have a special meaning? Like, are you a Bob Marley fan or something? Or
No, I just when I sing, I just feel like the lyrics. So I'm glad it came across. You know.
So basically, you're looking to shoot somebody, is what you're saying.
Sometimes. I mean. Yeah.
And then, of course, we have a comment for Frank. Andrew Fremder says, Frank, nice shirt. You look like a Flintstones chewable.
Nice. Nice.
Must be a friend of yours, Frank.
That's a friend of his, actually.
He's actually, well, I mean, he's become a friend, but a lot of these guys become friends.
Tony probably sent him that and told him to say that.
I enjoy reading that, and I will remind Frank of that for a long time, but I had nothing to do with it. These guys all become my friends just because they watch the show. I did not know any of these guys previous. So it's and I love how they watch every day, and they make everybody feel welcome and bring them into part of the family.
Right.
All right, so I got a bunch of things that I want to get to. First off, I just want to go back. You mentioned before about trying to get into Nashville. We'll have to talk off the air because I know a guy who has a studio down in Nashville.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah, so maybe I can, I don't know if my name will help you or hurt you, but you never know.
Find out, I guess.
Yeah, right. You go home empty-handed. Fuck.
I'll call him and be like, Tony.
Forget it. And then I want to talk about so that in that video for I Shot the Sheriff, and then we have two more videos of you performing, in that setting. I just want to talk about like the equipment. First off, those guitars; those are nice guitars you got sitting around there.
So I have to do a plug for my dad. Always said he was my unpaid roadie. you know, because even at 86, he was carrying my stuff across the, you know.
Wow.
You know, he was like an ox. I mean, he got sick very quickly, my dad, and luckily didn't suffer too long, you know. But he was a strong guy, and he loved my music. He loved music in general. Very, very dear family friend of ours, Larry Mitchell. Amazing. Go find Larry Mitchell, everybody. Amazing guitar players. Played with Tracy Chapman and Rick Ocasek from the Cars. Toured with, I don't know, a million people. But he's an amazing, as my daughter, amazing songwriter in his own right. And what was I going to say? Larry, what did you ask me, Tony, just now? I forgot completely.
All I did was mention the guitars.
Yes. Larry sold me my first guitar. But Larry knew my dad really well and did a tribute to my parents, actually, both of them on one of his shows. So he would always carry my stuff. So what I was leading to is my fiance, Joe, he is now he has taken over the role of guitar tech, roadie, supportive, biggest fan. I'm very lucky and very grateful. So he deserves a shout out. And that blue guitar that you see in the video was his very early birthday present because he's learning to play guitar. So every time we go to Long Island and we have a little extra time, he's like, why don't we just go to Guitar Center? You've had the same guitar for 30 years, like that Ovation 12 string. It's my baby. But I really did need another guitar. And I just couldn't find one that I really wanted. So that beautiful Gretsch that you see, that little wood tone with the gold accents, like, I played everything over the last couple, 2-3 years or whatever. And I played him in the past. I was like, I don't need another guitar. But we did it. We pulled the trigger and bought 2 guitars in one day. It was really fun.
And the other one's a Gretsch also, yes?
Yes. And both of mine's a 12 string though.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of addicted to the 12. Once you play a 12 strings, Frank knows this. It's very difficult to feel like any guitar could sound as good and full as a 12 string once you've played one. So I feel like it just accentuates the original music also that I write. I just feel like it goes with it. I owned a 12 string Rickenbacker for a short time, but I didn't play it as much then. So I just sort of traded it in for some other keyboard or something like that.
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a guitar player, but I think every person that's ever played a guitar has at one point or another had a 12 string Rickenbacker.
I don't know about that. Frank, do you think that's true?
I don't know about had one. They maybe played one. They're expensive.
Because between George Harrison and Roger McGuinn, that I think that was just ingrained in everybody's head. Oh, if I got to play a 12 string, I got to get a Rickenbacker.
Right.
Yeah, I was kind of half kidding there, but it just kind of fell flat. All right,
they're not very cheap these days.
Yeah. And did you say fiance? Is that what you said?
I did.
Oh, look at you! When's the big day?
Oh, we don't have a big day. We just every day is a big day.
Oh, good answer. All right. Well, all right. Well, a wedding day. How about that? Do you have a date or no?
Not yet. We don't have it. We don't have a date.
When did you get engaged?
Like I think it's November. Actually, It's right before Thanksgiving. So like the 26th, I think it is. Like about. It'll be 2 years.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
And we're good at this point in our lives where we are right now, you know.
Well, and that's like Frank. He's been engaged for about 60 years.
Nice.
But
listen, they're very cute, so you can't say anything.
Well, and November 26th is a good day. That's my son's birthday.
Oh, that's great. Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, coming up. Better get a gift. All right, so and let's go back here. So how do you two even know each other? You and Frank, not you and your fiance. I meant you and Frank.
Right. Frank and I know each other because we participated, and he still participates. I've been wanting to get back to it. It's just difficult with everything that's going on, and it's not even the distance because I do come to Long Island every other month, and I also play on Long Island a few times a year. So I could come back for the Harry Chapin thing, but they've had a lot of issues with the venue. There was a lot of changes and stuff, so I think I just couldn't keep up with all that this year, but maybe next year, if they'll have me back, I'd like to participate. But Frank is so talented. Like he just like I'm like, oh, do you want me to use my harmonizer, or like, do you guys want to come in? And like 80 people are like, I can harmonize to that song. I know the whole song, because they're all Harry Chapin fans to begin with, especially Frank. And so as soon as they know what I'm going to play, because it's my favorite Harry Chapin song to play, not necessarily to listen to, but they know what I'm going to do. They know what key I'm going to do it in. And even if they don't, they're talented enough to just be like, oh yeah, I can play it in that key. Put the capo wherever you want. It's fine.
That's it.
And they just step in, him and Stu. And sometimes, who's the other? The woman who, brown hair.
Robin?
Who is it?
Robin?
No.
Oh,
Frankie?
Judith Wyman?
Yeah, could be her. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, so what? So you just went and played it one year, and then you two got to know each other?
I played it many years. I played it many
No,
years.
no, but I'm saying that. But that's how you met. You went to play one year, and you got to meet Frank.
I think I know you through Robin probably first.
Mike Knight, right?
Yeah, amazing singer-songwriter talent herself. Also plays a 12-string. My girl,
yep.
Robin. She goes by Robin Eve, so we will call her Robin Eve. But yes, wonderful person, great musician, great singer. Comes from a very talented family as well.
And you mentioned earlier, and I don't want to brush by it. You said something earlier about award-winning stuff. Like you've won awards. What have you won?
A number of my songs I've entered in like song contests, like the VH1 International Song of the Year. Butterfly came in the top 5.
Oh wow!
And then there was you know what, I had it on my website honestly, but it's under construction at the moment. So if people want to go visit, I'd say within the next month. It's just lisaitts.com. Believe it or not, nobody took it. All those
Lisa Itts out there.
Yeah, there's not too many. I do have a few cousins with the same last name, believe it or not, but it's probably like 5 people.
Is that your real last name?
It is. Yeah, I mean, I'm like the second generation of Itts. It was shortened. My grandfather was a very eclectic businessman in Manhattan. He was also an angel on Broadway, which is like someone who backs the arts. Wow. He really loved all of that, and he changed the name to Itts for business. He didn't want to be associated with an ethnicity or anything. He just wanted to be very unique, and that's it. That's what he did.
Wow.
And so that's how I inherited the name, and it works well for music. It's a fun name to have.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
And it's great for websites. Nobody ever takes it, so.
Right. And then, all right. So you won Butterfly with VH1. So what did that?
A few other songs as well that have gotten some accolades in different, like the USA Songwriters thing, and there's a John Lennon song contest.
Sure.
There's a few of them that have gotten recognized, maybe like 5 or 6.
But so, what is that? What did these contests do for you as far as song exposure?
Yeah, they just add to your resume. I think, if anything, that they were recognized by people in the industry. Unless you win the very top spot, even top 5, it says finalist right on like I have to. We downsized our house, so like I didn't get my music stuff put up yet, but I have a few things that are usually behind me. I worked with a producer for a while, who produced a couple, like a Motley Crue record and some other. I can't even remember who it was, but Taylor Dane, and so I had that. Wow. He gave me a gold record of his from Chic. Remember Freak Out? Remember that song?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I want your love. All those songs. He gave me the record. He's like, "Hey, this is for inspiration. You can just have it." He gave me so I just put up all that with all the little award things that I want. I usually have that behind me, but I haven't set up that part of the house yet. So.
Well, and which is probably smart because you'll probably move again soon because you move a lot.
No, I think I'm good. I am good. I am moved out.
You're done? You're done?
I'm done moving.
All right, let's. We got just a little over 20 minutes, and we have other stuff to talk about, but I don't want to leave out the songs, so I'm going to put the next one on. Now, this next one is an original.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Not recorded on any record yet. So
another exclusive.
Yes, for you guys.
Written specifically for me and Frank.
I don't think I should say that. There are some suggestive lyrics
Oh, is there?
Maybe a couple.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at
Oh, all right, good. I got to listen closely to this one.
Yeah.
All right, so anything you want to say about it before we put it on or no?
No, enjoy the song. It's great.
All right, cool. We'll be right back.
So this is an original song. It is not yet recorded. This is called Sugar. Ooh, keep me up at night, then it's later, then it seems. Oh, that look in your eyes, so quiet, then it screams. Only you and I, oh, what the thought of you can do. You don't keep me up at night, then it's later, then it seems. Sugar, honey, this life ain't funny. Sugar, honey, this life, I'm done it. Put it so good, when it's later, when it seems. So good, when it's later, when it seems. You keep me up at night, when it's later, when it seems. Oh, that look in your eyes, so quiet, yet it screams. You linger on long time, see that look in your eyes when I'm pressed against your brow. Now, oh, sugar, honey, this life ain't funny. Sugar, honey, this life, I'm done it. But it's so good, and it's later, when it seems. So good, when it's later, when it seems. You're young, so tired and torn. You have lit the flame. I'm alive again. I told you before, there's no time to dream, but it's later than it seems. Oh, sugar, honey, this life ain't funny. Sugar, honey, this life, I'm done it. But it's so good, and it's later than it seems. So good, and it's later than it seems. So good, I've been feeling in my dreams.
Yeah,
So,
I
this is the original song. It is
hang on.
not yet recorded. This is called Sugar.
Let's see. I'm screwing up. Hold on. Oh, there we are. Okay. Yeah, I see. I knew that song was for me, and I feel the same way when I look in your eyes, Lisa. One of these days, you're coming in here, and you're definitely singing that song live
Where
in the
did you get
studio.
him from, Frank?
What's that?
I said, where'd you get him from, Frank?
My mother.
Yeah, we are. It's been questioned because we are nothing alike. Frank is definitely the nice one. But yeah, and once again, the comments are coming in. Everybody's really digging the tunes today. So yeah, and that was a great one. And that was an original called Sugar. Very nice. Thank you,
Tony.
for that.
Two things I want to bring up real quick. First of all, I gotta commend you because you haven't made a cousin joke.
Oh. No, that's low hanging fruit. No.
Yeah.
Got it.
What's that?
I said cousin it. I got it. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
And the second thing is, she asked if she can talk about Peter Yarrow for a second.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if my bio is not up on the website right now because it's being renovated at the moment. But that is how I started. Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary is the nicest man that you'll ever meet in your entire life. Have you met him, Frank?
I haven't met him, but I know a few people who have.
All right. So anyway, when I was like 11, I was playing an original song in the lobby of a resort hotel that we used to go to called Host Farm in Lancaster. It was like a little family resort kind of thing where you can go with the whole family kind of thing. So he was performing that night, with Peter, Paul, and Mary, and that was a show for the adults, and then the kids would usually stay back at the room or whatever, and I was there with my brother who was older so he could watch me. We'd go to the game room or whatever. So I'm playing, and Peter Yarrow goes over to my dad and says, he sees my dad looking at me. He goes, "Is that your daughter?" And he said, "Yes." He goes, he says, "She writes her own music." And he goes, "That's her music?" And he said, "Yeah." He goes, "Could you keep in touch with me, please?" And I kept in touch with him writing songs till I was like 15. And then I think he just was very busy. And then I got busy with my teenager kind of years. But he's the first person who ever really acknowledged my songwriting, really. And when I was about, I think like 21, he came to perform with Tom Chapin at my middle school that I went to. And I showed up and I went up to him. He was walking around with everybody. He's totally humble, nice guy. And he's walking around with everybody. And I went up to him and I said, "Do you remember me?" And he kissed me on my forehead like I was his niece and said, "Of course I remember you," like that. And he was like, "You have to tell me what I've missed in the last few years," and blah, blah, blah. And then we kept in touch again after that. He passed recently. It was very, very, very sad. But he lived very old age, and he did amazing things besides music. He was like a philanthropic person. So I just wanted to mention him because it was a pretty meaningful beginning to my music career and just my life.
Yeah. So, and this is intriguing to me. So you said you lost touch around 15. So you were already writing and performing to the point where a Peter Yarrow is impressed, and you're not even 15?
I didn't play or sing in front of anybody till I was 19. I didn't think I was that good because I had a friend who was like my best friend who was an incredible singer. So when you're a teenager and you have this girl who can sing like Pat Benatar and all the stuff like nothing.
Yeah.
And you're good, but you don't think you're great really. And I wrote songs and I didn't really play them for anyone, but maybe a friend, so my dad kept saying, "Lisa, you don't really realize like you really can write songs." And I'm like, I don't know. And then in high school, one of my friends, they were all a bunch of musicians, guys and stuff, heard me do one thing and said, "If you don't go into the studio and do this with us, we'll all come in with you." Do you know those guys? Brendan O'Connor, Frank, and
I know the name.
John Margulies, and Andrew Loveman, right?
Yes.
Who does the Beatles tribute. He was one of those people in the beginning who, and of course, we're in the studio. Andrew picks up the flute. He starts playing keyboard. He's so talented. He can play anything. So that's how the actual beginning of like wanting to get a band together, or really, then we played at CBGB's, my band. We played at Kenny's Castaways. We did a lot of stuff. And then we opened for the band the band
Yeah.
at Nassau Community College. They did like a secret gig there.
Wow.
And there was a lot of pot.
I
coming
freaking love the band.
out.
Love them.
Really. Yeah.
That is
so
fantastic.
Got to meet those guys and stuff. You know, just a lot of things over the years. That's why I want to get the bio. After people see the podcast, I want to get the bio back up on the website. At least that and a few pictures, just so if people are interested in the history of everything, they can they can check that out and stuff.
Wow. That's really cool. Now, did you know that was Peter Yarrow? Like, are you up there playing?
No, I had no idea. I was like,
Right.
who's this weird dude looking at me playing?
I find it very funny that this even came up because I mentioned my friend in England who plays, and Frank knows who I'm talking about. Elio is his name. He recently kind of discovered Peter, Paul, and Mary, and he's been like buying all their albums and going through their catalog. He's had some correspondence with Paul Stokey. Is that his name?
Stookie, yeah.
Stookie. He's had some contact with him, and he'll be so I'll have to tell him all about this. But he'll love that. But that's cool. All right, so we have a little more than 10 minutes. There's still one more song to play, but before we do that, still just some things I wanted to talk about. In my stalking of your Facebook, I saw you posted something about, and I don't even know if I'm saying her name right, Anika Niles.
Yeah, the drummer for Rush.
The new drummer for Rush. I'll tell you, I love that you posted about it because I think this girl is going to crush it. I think she's perfect for this.
Yeah, there are a lot of people looking forward to seeing Rush and seeing her with Rush because no one is playing Neil Peart unless they can. No,
Right.
They're not hiring anyone to play that
Right.
unless you're really talented. And what I enjoy most about her and why I posted it, because, there's a lot of fill-in people that fill in for other musicians who've either passed, if it's an older band or whatever,
Right.
or just they switch members or whatever. But usually the long-time bands like that are really big don't do that. They try to keep as many original members as they can. When you watch her play, she is so happy.
Yes.
She exudes, like she feels everything she plays, every little nuance. So for me, I forget where I saw it, but when I watched it, I was like, I have to share this because I usually share my own stuff on my own music page because that's
Right.
really what it's for. But I do share songs from other bands. Like lately, I put up a couple of songs by Inhaler, which is Bono's kids band. They're getting bigger and bigger, but
Yeah.
just different things that I like here and there that I mean, I don't care how famous or not famous people are. If I really like something, I want to share it with other people. And the best way is, through my music page.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the upsides of a Facebook, something like a Facebook page. It's almost like I've always compared it to just being a teenager and walking into your friend's room, where you see
Right.
the posters and you see the, or in our day, the VHS tapes, and you
Right.
just know what they're into by walking into their room. And that's what Facebook is. You just get to display whatever you feel like displaying, sports teams, music videos, whatever. But yeah, I just thought it was cool that you posted that because I saw a lot of negative, comments out there, and I'm thinking, well, the man's dead. It's not like they fired him and replaced him. The poor guy is dead. So you're going to see Rush. This is the only way to see them.
Like, what do they want to do? Like, superimpose Neil Peart in the
Right.
background on video and play
Right.
the video? I mean, like, that's not, like, it's ridiculous.
Exactly. And I think this girl is perfect. She reminds me of like early Rush because, before Neil Peart, like when they burst onto the scene, you're like, oh my God, who is this guy? And it's kind of like the same thing. She has that excitement. Like you said, you could feel her drumming and she has that excitement behind it. And then, yeah, I think she just breathed new life into this.
And a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need a lot of confidence to play Neil Peart's parts,
Right. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then also you posted something about the new Spinal Tap movie. So do you have a review for us? I have not seen it yet.
It's not shit sandwich, I can tell you that. So if you're a Spinal Tap person and you watch the first one, that was their 2-word review on one of the
Right.
records. But yes, I watched the second one twice so far.
Oh.
And I would say I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. There were cameos, and it was definitely worth them doing it again. some people say they wish they wouldn't have waited as long, but I think that they made the most of exactly what they needed to.
Okay.
For it to be popular among already, established cult tap fans.
Right.
Not for everyone.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good review. So I'll have to go see it.
Yeah.
All right. Big question. Pressure's on. Favorite bands or artists, and then bands or artists that I'm not going to say that suck in your opinion. Just bands you just never got.
Okay, so that's easy. Steely Dan is my favorite band.
Nice.
Steely Dan. If that question people say, if you're on a deserted island and you only have one band you can listen to, that kind of thing, it would have to be them, only because it's jazz, it's pop, it's rock, it's so many things that you're getting a lot out of one band, really. And I do, love a lot of different genres of music. Country, believe it or not, is not my favorite genre, but I do appreciate a lot of the lyrics, especially.
Okay.
I just don't resonate with the style as much. And opera is something I can't wrap my head around a lot of the time, but I love classical music.
Okay.
So there's an artist, too, I'm going to plug that you would love, Frank, actually. There's an artist called Alan Price. Alan Price was the keyboard player for the Animals for 2 years, and then he kind of thought he was too good for them, so he moved on. But there's an album called Between Today and Yesterday, and if you want to talk about mixing genres of music, some songs have classical elements with orchestration. Some of it's like Dixieland jazz. Some of it sounds like carnival music. Some of it's rock. Some of it's really soft rock. Frank, you have to tell me what you think, because it's more up your alley, I think.
Okay.
It's not for everyone. But my father and I listened to this one song called the Jarrow song when I was 7 on the radio. He's from England, and he was like, "This is so unique. I really like it." And his voice is not perfect either, but it's very emotional. So I don't know. It just came to my mind. But anyway,
I just wrote it down.
Bands that I don't like, or I kind of gave you the styles that I don't resonate with so much, but. Did you say, what was the other question, Tony?
It was just bands or artists that you just don't get. So if you want to take that as
I'm not a Dead person.
Okay.
I don't really like the Grateful Dead. I can't. I appreciate their talent, the harmonies and the different things that they do, but it's very redundant to me. I can't. I just don't.
And it's funny. And anytime anybody says that to me about the Dead, what I think about is. They're so popular, they're so known for those live shows with those extensive jams and the Deadheads, and they've made a living off that. But I feel that's kind of been almost their downfall at the same time, because if you listen to their studio albums, where it's regular 3 to 5 minute songs and it's not extensive jams, and so they have some amazing stuff.
I'm totally open. If you can suggest a few songs to me.
American Beauty, the album American Beauty. Fantastic.
Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. And there's, it's funny because Touch of Grey is
Love
a
that
song that, I like that song. So, but to me, that's not a typical Dead song. It just has Dead elements to it.
Right.
With a more pop style. So for me, that's a song that I like. I don't really like The Who either that much.
Wow.
And I do not like Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. I cannot listen to him sing. I feel like he's screaming all the time. Although, listen, I don't mean to offend you. You did ask me a question, though. But I do love, I like, what's his name?
David Lee. Oh, Pete Townsend.
I do love David Lee Roth's voice. Pete Townsend, I do appreciate. He wrote everything and produced everything anyway.
Yes.
But I do like him a lot. I do like him.
I'm a Who fanatic. Pete Townsend was just on Colbert last night, and it was great.
Was he?
Yeah. So me and you, when I come and move in, because you gave me the invite, we might end up fighting a lot, but that could be fun because I'm a huge Van Hagar guy. And I've actually met Sammy 3 times, and he's the nicest guy all 3 times that I met him. So when I meet him again, I might just tattle on you and say, "Hey, Lisa Itts said she's not a fan."
Listen, if it gets me some musical attention, maybe he'll listen to my rock album and let me open for them. I'm good with that.
There you
know,
go.
everyone likes a challenge.
All right. We do have to get out of here, so I'm going to rush through this, and I want to play the last song. Maybe we'll just go out with that. So like I said, I have some names of some people that when I stalk you on Facebook, I have some names of some people that we're both friends with. So I'm just going to say the names. You don't have to say anything at all. You can say something good. You can say something bad. You can say whatever you want about these people, whatever comes to mind. Good? Okay. The first name I have for you, Mr. Andy Gilmartin. He is he manages the Lords of 52nd Street. Does that help?
Oh yeah, yes. And they gave me a really great opportunity. I was doing there was a VIP opening of Marty Lyons Foundation at the Miller, I think it was the Miller Center, and they hired me to do the VIP opening for it, acoustic.
Oh,
so
nice.
I did that, and then I touched base and I spoke to, I think it was Andy and somebody else, Bob something, and
Blickwoody?
Yes, Bob Blickwoody, who I love, and I'm on his What's Going On Long Island Tonight page.
Right.
Who's doing what tonight? And so they were able to get me on stage with them, and I really didn't know the words to some of it, but it was really fun. And we did like You May Be Right or something like that, or whatever it was, but it was really fun. I mean, I was able to sing the song right. It's just a few of the lyrics I was like in a different part than they were. I didn't know they were calling me on stage in the middle of the song.
Oh, wow.
I was paying attention to where we were, and I just came on, and it was like, but no one really knew. And then I think Richie Kanata came up, and he was like, I got it. I was like, okay, good, because you just surprised me to death. I didn't know what was going on.
That's cool.
It was really fun. Yeah.
That's a great story. Donna Drake.
Who is that?
Donna Drake. She has the Donna Drake Show.
Oh, I don't know who that.
Okay. All right. John Mistretta.
That name sounds really familiar. Who is that?
Guitar player.
Haven't worked with him as far as I know, but I might know similar people to him.
All right. All right. Here we go with a couple of Long Beach names.
That'll come.
Julie Carrion.
Yes, I know her from a friend who passed. His name is Eric, and he and she were very good friends. So we know each other just from the Long Beach music scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she just follows my page.
Sticking with the Long Beach music scene, Pamela Lewis.
Pamela's a great singer.
Great singer. And a lot of fun.
She's a bubbly, fun person. And I've heard her sing a few times, and I think she might have been the same Pamela that recorded with Skylar as well. He used to, I think, use her on his studio tracks. I
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do know she's hung out with him. Yes. So probably, yeah. All right. I got 3 names left. Richard Rassacone.
No idea.
Okay. Great guitar player.
We just follow each other, like just to be
sure.
friends, but I'm not quite sure exactly who it is.
Stephen Costello.
No.
Okay.
The name sounds familiar. Don't know exactly who it is.
All right. Last name. Tina Pangus Lucy, I guess. Luce. Lucy. Tina Pangus Lucci.
No.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. It is time for us to go. I'm gonna put on the last song to carry us out. So before we go, do you want to? You said your website's under construction, but maybe socials or anything, how people can find you and keep up with what you got going on, including tonight at the Whispering Oaks Vineyard.
All of my original music is on Spotify, all the streaming platforms, Amazon, Spotify, what else? Whatever streaming platforms you can find, probably, because I published everything through ASCAP, and then CD Baby will take and barcode all of your records. So if they want to listen to any of the original music from any of the 3 CDs, they can listen through. But you have to spell my last name. When you speak to Spotify or whatever, you have to say, play Lisa Itts. Because if you say Itts, it's going to end up like a contraction, and they're going to say, I don't know who that is.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's the tip of the day.
That's very funny.
That's funny.
All right. So with that, so we're going to play the last song. Anything you want to say?
Punch it in on YouTube and write Lisa Itts full album.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I would do.
They're on there.
Anything you want to say about this last great song that we're about to hear?
Just want to say thank you to you guys for having me.
Thank
it was
you.
Really fun. And hello to everyone who's watching. I hope to see some people tonight at the show, whoever's local here. And what was the other thing you just said?
I think that was it.
Okay.
And yeah, what you said, you'd still get to the island, kind of often. So get in here one of these days. That would be a lot of fun.
If they want to follow me, like on Facebook, if they friend me at Lisa Itts, I'll invite them to my live page. It's Lisa Itts Live, and then because you don't get, even if you follow someone on Facebook. Actually, Larry told me about this. Larry Mitchell. If you follow someone, about 7% of the people get notified when you have a show.
Wow.
So I created a page. If you join the live page, you will get a little notification when I play, whether it be here or on Long Island or whatever. So at least you'll know about it if you want to come.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, cool. Let me take care of some business quickly before we go. So 1 o'clock today, we got Peter Schwartz and Sports Bash. At 3 o'clock today, we have Primal Scream with Nick Greystone. So we got a lot going on here today. Then Coffee with the Dog tomorrow morning at 9. I'll be back here tomorrow. Atmik Gupta, he's a New York City comedian. He'll be joining us. Lou Pratz will be here, and, of course, Rosie. So that'll be a fun show tomorrow. That's tomorrow at 11. And, of course, Don Sill is on tomorrow at 8 with Donversations. That's Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Of course, don't forget the clubs. The main club is back open. Governor's here. And, of course, the Giggle Room here in Levittown. The Brokerage in Belmore. And McGuire's out east in Bohemia. Just some of the names you'll see on our Governor's stage this weekend. Vinny from Jersey Shore, Carla Okerson, Chris Cassandro, Silvio D'Onofrio, Tom Galati, Daniel Simonson, Eric McMahon. govs.com, govs.com. Make your reservation to some great comedy shows. Don't forget, December 6th, right here in the Giggle Room, a night with Gov's Comedy Club podcast. A lot of your favorite hosts from many of the shows here will be performing, doing some sets, some comedy. So I'll be hosting. It's going to be a great night, so don't miss that. Don't forget, December 13th at McGuire's in Bohemia, Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We're performing a holiday-themed murder mystery show. So that's going to be a lot of fun. govs.com, govs.com. Gov's Comedy Club podcast, and, of course, knockemdeadcomedy.com for our schedule and updates, and, of course, information on how you can hire us for your event. Whether it's a charity event or corporate event, whatever you got going on. All right. With that, we're out of here. We'll see you at 1 o'clock with Peter. Thank you, Frank. Frank, who's with us next week?
Next week is Lee Finkelstein.
Right. Very nice. And again, Lisa, thank you very much. This was a lot of fun and really enjoyed the music. Thank you for making these clips just for us. Really appreciate that.
My pleasure, guys. Nice seeing you and nice hanging out with you.
You too. We'll see you soon. And we're going to play this video to take it out. Lisa Itts performing the classic Moon Dance. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up for the ride. A fun, fabulous night in the romance, beneath the covers of October sky. All the leaves on the trees will fall to the sound of the breeze that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling, pull your heartstrings and take something more. You know the last magic seems to whisper in us. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have a moment dance with you, my love? Can I make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna meet up here tonight. I can't wait for the morning to come. And I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. When you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you never alone. There and when all my dreams will come true, dear, and then I'll make my own. Every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. can know. You know that